In today's episode of Dean in the Garage, you'll see me go through the worst trans pan, filter, and trans lines I've ever worked on in my life. With the amount of rust and crud and parts breaking, I managed to get it done, and it seems like it's going to hold.
Well, howdy-ho there, folk. I'm Eric from Dean in the Garage. And as you can see today, we've got Barney next to me. And it's November time. So that means winter's coming afoot, and he needs to get some much-needed maintenance I neglected to do all summer and just let it get worse and worse. So I called up my good buddy, Project Dan, and he sent me some parts that I needed very badly. And I gotta say to Mr. Dano, he gives me a freshly painted, really nice parts, and I love it, and they're gonna be the nicest parts we have on Barney. So, as you can see, I got 2 trans lines, which I have a lot more than I need, and they're so nicely painted, I almost regret trying to cut them to get the length I need. But we'll get there when I get there. And a new trans pan. The trans pan more is, I want to do a service on the transmission on the AW4 that's in this Jeep Grand Cherokee. And I got it as a just-in-case procedure because mine looked kind of ratty. So I want to pull it off and get underneath and see if I need to swap it out. Because if we have to do that, then I have to do what he had to do is pop the top of the dipstick tube off, which didn't look like that much fun. But anyways, first things first, we're going to replace the trans lines. I got a major leak under there. So, as I mentioned before, I've got some lovely, lovely leaking trans fluid. You know, that good old red stuff, the blood that helps move around town for me. So, the good old sea crustaceans are also known as orange Loctite. It's kind of tacked my trans lines and is now making it so it leaks profusely. We're going to drain the trans fluid first and then get you guys underneath there to see all the good old sea crustaceans that developed from the wintertime snow. Well, buddy buck you, I just tapped the oil transmission plan and knocked this piece of rust off. And you can't tell, she just started dripping real good like. Just, I must have nicked her little artery there and decided to drip some more down. Oh, yeah, this thing is shot. I don't know how I lasted this long on it. Oof. Buddy buck you, this might be a bigger build product than I thought. It's just, yeah. Look at that. Alright, so, first things first, we're going to pop this off. And that looks to be like a 14 to 15. I'm going to find a good angle for you guys to watch me. I'm going to drain all the fluid and then pop all these 10s off that are right here. And that's pretty much it. I don't care very much about the trans pan because, well, that's just donezo. And then the trans lines are kind of hard to see. You can see them down here. If you see my hand over here, that's where the last, right, you see this rubber is really, I only needed 6 inches and Dan sent me the whole line. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do this yet because I feel bad for cutting his line up. But those are pretty easy. There's quick little push connects up here. Stupid light. It's up there. You kind of see the white clips. I'll put an arrow. There you go. Right there, 2 white clips. You push them and you pull the line out. But these things are gone too. They're rotted out. So we're just going to... Wow. I'm just impressed at how rusted this is. Well, at least I got new parts, right guys? Woo-wee. Alright, well, let's go at her. Let's find a good spot for you. Alrighty, got you in a good position. You can kind of see what's going on here. I want 15, I think, to do this guy. I can't even tell, it's so rusted. So that's stripped out. Because of rust, I'm going to get the drill. Give me 1 second. Gonna go real slow like. Oh, that's my face. Oh, that's everywhere. Guys, really don't try that at home. That was probably a bad idea, but I couldn't get the plug out, so I drilled the pan. Let's see if I can get these transmission lines out. Alright, we're switching this to how not to do trans lines and a trans pan. I realized doing the drill before is very stupid, but I don't really have a lot of choice. Can't tell now, I broke the trans line. That's nicely draining into there. I am taking a trans bath, which is the worst bath ever. Alright, so you can't see how messy this is. I'm just covered in rust and ATF fluid. See how bad that is? Caked on rust. The other one down there is just as bad. So we're going to cut out here until I can work out some magic and getting this stuff out. Well, buddy buck you, I found a little easier way out than, well, trying to work under there, getting this rusty crustacean of a trans fitting out. Got my 7/8 wrench out and just popped her out. That's what it goes around here and pops it out. So we're going to bring it over the vise and see if we could jimmy jam this thing free. There's really like no movement at all. We're going to start with the spritz of the good stuff. I'll pick here to try to loosen her up. Just get some of the junk out of here. Move a little bit. Hopefully the clip's still good. Oh, baby. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I think the clip is still good, too. Oh, yeah. Whew. I did not think that was going to work. And it actually seems like it's still pretty good. Whew, man. Look at that thing. All right. Going to repeat this on the other trans line. Before we go, let's clean this baby up. Using a battery terminal tool for this baby. Just to show you what I've been looking at this whole time. A lot better than it was, but it was very crusty in there. Feeling confident now, I can do the rest. Alright. Before I can get that other trans line out up here. Okay, there-ish. I have to remove the trans pan. I got all my 3/8 bolts out, and now it's time to jimmy jam her free from her hole of 20 some odd years. Got my handy dandy pry bar. I'm just gonna pick a corner and pry. And hopefully not break any of my other rusty, crusty bolts. Woo! Got her. Well, apparently there's something else holding me up on the top of the transmission. Okay, we'll go to the top and see what's holding me up. Ugh. Right there. Kind of can see it. It's one bolt being held on. It looks like a 3/8 or 5/8. Not 3/8. 9/16. That's it. That's the number I'm looking for. I'm going to rip that baby off. And she should be able to drop on down. Oh, well, buddy buck you. This has been the worst trans pan job I've done in my life. And it's only gotten a little more difficult every time. So I got the dipstick tube off, and that was a 1/2-inch bolt there. And now I got to drop it through the underneath of the Jeep. Luckily, I'm lifted, but I don't know if I'm going to get it out without breaking something. So I might break it off the pan and see what happens. Oh, it's been about an hour, and I'm already exhausted at this point. Well, any of you that are curious, I really don't have that much. I mean, considering it's got 200 miles on it, no sludge, a little bit on the magnets, but nothing too bad. And there's no rust poking through into this side of the trans pan. Must be little micro holes. Anyways, I think I have to heat this up, as Project Dan said, and it should come out. He said cherry red. Oh, look at that. Dano, you're right on that one. Ooh, that's super hot. Look at that. Woo-wee. At least that went right. Let that cool down on its own. Very hot. Very, very hot. Alright, so next project here is, you see I actually have most of the RTV here. Someone actually has been here before. I thought there wasn't done. But basically I'm going to make sure there's no RTV on the other side of the trans pan. Then I'll show you how to drop the gasket, put a new one in, and you put the new trans pan on with a good beaded gasket, which I'll show you. But pretty much here is you're cleaning off everything, make sure clean surfaces, you know, the basic stuff that happens. But I'm really happy that part went smooth. So then I just got one trans line now, which I got to pull out, and I'm going to do that one now. Well, I just noticed I had smoke coming from an extra hole. Apparently this little bead weld broke, so I'm just going to put tape around that. It only holds it up on the block, and ow, that burned me. That's the last time Barney's going to be really seeing this fun stuff, so we're not going to worry about that. Alrighty, second one is out. I had to use my socket this time, couldn't get my wrench on. Now, keep note, if you guys didn't notice, I don't have my neutral safety switch there, which made getting to these guys a lot easier. So, if you go to do this, you might have to try to find a better socket, maybe try an O2 sensor socket, something that you can kind of reach around things. But we're going to slowly work this guy out and go from there. This one's a little worse, to be honest. I have no nub, but we will see what I can do. All right, before I go to bed, it's 9:30 now, and I don't have some brake clean or razor blades clean everything. Should have checked that beforehand. So we're going to continue this video tomorrow. But I am pretty much at the point where I can just reassemble things, which is the nice part. It goes fast. But I want to put this in, make sure this fits nicely, and make sure I don't have to seal it. It doesn't look like there's a gasket sealer on it, but I think since Dano heated it up once, I just gotta slip it in, and it pops right in. I'm gonna look tomorrow to make sure there's nothing else I need to do. I mean, I feel like it should seal like that, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna see if we can find some JB weld around here, or 2-part epoxy or something. No JB weld there. Something to seal up the hole up here. And yeah, we'll continue this tomorrow, folks. Oh, buddy buck you, this is a lot of work and a lot of trans fluid everywhere. And I mean everywhere. Over my tools, over me. I have to get a new bag of rags tomorrow. That's what I have to do. Alrighty, sir. Or gentlemen or ladies, I'll catch you tomorrow. Alrighty, folks. I decided to make this a 2-part video, so we're going to end the first one here. As you can see, the Jeep is out of the garage, so I might have had success or I might have not have. You have to stay tuned for the next one. So, I'll catch you next time. Hit the like button, subscribe, do all that mamma jamma that you guys got to do to make us popular. But anyways, I'll talk to you all later. Deuces.